The Fleming Curse just entered its most complex phase yet, and honestly, it might be stronger than ever, or completely broken depending on your perspective. Last Thursday, Frank the Tank attended dinner with the New Jersey Devils, and at that exact dinner, star forward Jack Hughes cut his hand on broken glass. He's now out 8 weeks with an injury that never happens if Frank doesn't show up to that team gathering. Think about the butterfly effect here. Frank never shows up to dinner, the Devils never gather around for that specific team picture, everybody in the restaurant starts moving differently through space and time, and Jack Hughes probably never cuts his hand on that particular glass. That's textbook Fleming Curse material right there. Last night, the Devils played the Florida Panthers in Sunrise, losing 1-0, while Jack Hughes remained back home rehabbing his cut hand. But here is where things get interesting. That injury left Hughes with ample free time to go on a date with one of the hottest young pop stars in the world, Tate McRae. Someone submitted a photo of them together, referring to Hughes as some guy with a broken arm or wrist, which feels disrespectful to a 24-year-old hockey all-star making $64 million. The Fleming Curse only truly affects Frank Fleming himself. From every other angle, this curse seems to be working absolute wonders for Jack Hughes. He's one of the best players in the league who cut his hand on a wine glass. After 8 weeks, he'll be perfectly fine, like it never happened. That massive contract keeps clearing, and now he's dating Tate McRae while recovering. Meanwhile, over at Fleming Enterprises, Frank's probably spiraling watching all this unfold. Maybe this all turns into something beautiful. Maybe Jack Hughes and Tate McRae fall deeply in love. Maybe Hughes comes back from injury and leads the Devils to 20 straight wins. Maybe the Prudential Center replaces that Chapel Roan song Frank despises with some Tate McRae anthem that propels them to a Stanley Cup championship. Stranger things have happened in sports history. The good news for Frank is that Tate McRae is a legitimate hockey fan, not some celebrity jumping on the bandwagon. She's Canadian, her brother played college hockey at Dartmouth at a pretty high level. There are much worse people for your star forward to be dating. Honestly, you probably couldn't ask for anyone better in terms of understanding the sport, the lifestyle, the demands of an NHL season. Hughes gets to spend his recovery time with someone who actually gets what he does for a living, who won't complain about the travel schedule or the physical toll of professional hockey. She understands the culture because she grew up in it. That's actually ideal for keeping a player grounded and focused during what could be a frustrating injury rehab period. The irony of the Fleming Curse is becoming impossible to ignore. Every time Frank gets near the Devils, something seemingly catastrophic happens. But when you zoom out and look at the actual consequences, they're not really catastrophic at all. Hughes isn't dealing with a career-threatening injury. He's healing from a cut hand while dating a pop star. The Devils are still competitive without him. The world keeps spinning. Frank probably sees this differently. To him, this represents another chapter in an ongoing saga where his mere presence near his beloved team causes chaos and misfortune. The psychological weight of believing you're cursed must be exhausting. Every time something goes wrong, he's left wondering if his attendance somehow triggered the negative outcome through some cosmic domino effect. But maybe the real curse is the friends we made along the way. Maybe the Fleming Curse exists purely as entertainment value, a running joke that's taken on a life of its own in Devils fandom. Maybe Jack Hughes cutting his hand on broken glass had absolutely nothing to do with Frank's presence at dinner and everything to do with accidents just happening sometimes in life. The Devils will survive these 8 weeks, Hughes will return healthy, Tate McRae will probably attend some games, and Frank will continue living with the psychological burden of believing his fandom somehow jinxes his team despite mounting evidence that everyone except him seems to benefit from these supposed curse moments. Good luck to everyone involved in this absolutely ridiculous situation.